there we go. Let's open the boy. There we go, now let's do that. So when you look at this one, can you see, so you get your hip out of the way,
yes,
and then it moves in that direction. So can you see it's cramping? If you look at how the leg, when I rock it back and through,
yes,
it's making no effort to drive at the target. So it's a great example. It's in the way. It's a great example, there's a lot of movement, but it's not engaged. It's not like, oh, it's fighting you in the wrong direction. It's actually not in the fight. It's not doing its job.
okay,
It gets in the way, so now you can't clear. So you now have to fire this damn thing around you, and it's like, well, I don't want to go that way. It'd be easier to just swing out to the right, but now you're hitting a 30-yard hook, which you're not going to choose. So you're reporting while I'm spinning out. I would go, yeah, I get that, but the spinning out is trying to throw the club back around you. And you can't drive the pelvis in underneath, because not only is this right side disengaged, it's now blocked any chance to do that anyway. Your move is this. So can you see there's a lot of movement? Try this with me. So you can see it's moving, but it's not interacting with the ground at all. You see, so it's just like lifting in the way. I like to think of it as a brake.
okay,
So it's now a brake. It's working as a brake. You're like, I want to be able to get this way. So what I was saying, if you think your foot, I want the foot to kind of turn this way a bit. Can you see, because you're lifting it, the knee is a hinge joint, so the knee's not going to take you that way. This is now unengaged. What do I do? So what can happen too often is we go, look, just keep it back. Or just feel like, imagine like that wall drill. I go, look, just get it back and keep it there. Because I'm not asking it to do anything.
okay,
So if I don't ask it to do anything, like imagine you've got, here, someone working. I get somebody to come and I give them no responsibilities. They're not going to sit in the corner, they're just going to wander around doing nothing. So if it doesn't have a purpose, it would just... So we need to understand, and this is where people get a little confused, forces work in opposites. So yeah, I don't want it to go there, so what do I feel? It's happening. So all of a sudden, when I try and feel that, you see, look what it does.
leave that
So
ball.
we're getting it out of the way first. I want to give you room. So this is more for the rotational forces. So you're like, oh, I'm spinning out. So I could do some lateral stuff, but I feel like, well, this is cramping. So if we just ask for lateral, it would just start to,
Ballerina.
Yeah, ballerina. I call it the MJ move. Beep. You see? So we go, look, we can actually, first of all, let's give it a purpose, and then it's going to be so busy doing its purpose, it's not going to get in our way. So it's not the main player, but let's just give it something to do, and then whatever it does adds to our goal, but also it's just going to be out of the way. So you see, so swing to the top, that move. What I want you to do. 1, 2, 3. You can step off. 1, 2, 3. So you see, we're not asking it not to do something. You hear me see with other people. Don'ts don't work on the course, do's do. You ever gone with a swing idea and you're like, oh, as long as I don't do that. It's so mentally taxing. So even when you get into the round, it just like grinds you down. The second of all, winning doesn't come from trying not to do stuff. It's like, how am I going to win? Well, what do I want to win? I want to win that. How am I going to do it? I'm going to do that. So we've got to ask it to do stuff. Right? 3 of those. Then feel it. Don't let it just slip, because obviously you can ease it so it can slip. We're trying to feel. That's not going to let us grab the ground. We grab the ground, we start to feel, actually, That's what this is meant to be doing.
Okay.
So, and I like the fact you're struggling, because if you could do it, you're probably doing it already. I don't give drills that people can do straight away, unless they got a tournament the next day. Because you don't need vanity at the minute. We were coming out winter, spring. So load it up 3 times. Just step off. So feel it a couple times and then swing through the nets.
So we go 1.
So whoa. Where are we feeling it? Here. And then you've gone, oh, so you see you're letting this leg do it. You're training this thing. So don't think golf swing. Let's get back on.
Back on?
Don't think golf swing and think, oh, so my golf swing needs to go here. I just want you to feel this. It's going to give you access to what you just did. So just think back 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Step off. Just feel that move. Just like it was a gym exercise.
Go to the top.
Just swing to the top. Go back. 1, 2, then swing down. That's what we're trying to do. Notice if you come back in again, your foot doesn't know what to do. Your foot here, effectively I'm grabbing back. So if you try and get up into the heel, it's why I don't argue when people say get back into the heel, but your heels are really weak.
Okay.
So you push back into the heel. That, if you just go here, you can't do much out of the heel. So like when you're doing this, maybe even get your toes a bit more onto it. Like kind of feel like you're grabbing it with your toes.
Okay.
You're driving it back. So you see it goes in the direction of the heels. But if you try and push it back just with your heel, like lift your toes and try and drag it back just with your heels, can't do it.
That's hard. Well, if I did it, my toes come down.
Correct. So now,
That's taking like a lot of energy to do.
so let's go into the toes. Grab it and pull it back. Let's try to grab the ground. Ah, there we go. Let's open the boy. There we go. Now let's do that. Good stuff. Feel different? Leaves that out the way.
Weird. What the fuck? Talk about the age-old problem, right?
Feel very different?
Yeah.
So we train, so the leg is being used to being really passive. So I'm giving it a purpose, that's why this feels weird. I'm giving it purpose. Rather than saying, imagine someone says, oh, which is your better leg? Oh, my left leg's, I feel like my left leg helped, my right leg. I got a useless right leg. Well, it's got no purpose, so it is in the way. This is actually putting in some dynamics. We can fix people with positions, we can fix people with dynamics. For me, positions are good, we want to get a concept, but in your case, like your swing's looking real good. So we can't fix this with a position. It's not like you don't understand, but imagine you said, oh, I thought it was meant to be there. We'll do some positions. Well, actually, no, I'd rather it was there. You know it's in the way. You know you're spinning out. So I got to fix it with the dynamics. I always find dynamics are more of a positive. Sometimes positions can be a bit more of a negative. Don't go there, stay here. Versus do this. Look at that. You see, then I can clear my hips. We're just thinking the rotary forces here. So we might go, look, we need a bit of this in a minute. We might not need to do it in this way. But for me today, that right there, we're giving it purpose. Back on it, please. So now we're getting used to it. I'm not going to let you do a couple on the ground because you're getting used to doing the ground and then swinging. That's going to fire you through. So we're going to do 3, then we're going to step off and we're going to try and use that sensation but in a straight up swing. Good stuff. As soon as you then start to get the feel, we'll then start bringing in some balls. Love it. And can you feel now we're not, so the spinning out was, think about it, if I kick this way and this is unengaged, that's all I can do. I got to give myself some space. So remember, you hit that shot and then you're kind of falling this way. Now that does that, I can do the other stuff. So this drill doesn't fix everything, but everything doesn't need to be fixed.
Yeah.
Let's get it out of the way, put some engagement, and then I think you're capable of doing the other stuff. So we're now going to go 3, 1, hit. Good move. And can you see it? Where it gets confusing is, I think as golfers we're so used to trying to stop things happen. You know, it's not meant to do that. You see, this is actually, we're just putting some engagement. Because forces work in opposites, sometimes the solution, it's opposite, but you know, the solution is actually, we've got to put some drive in that direction. Basically trying to get that feeling. If you think about it, when you ever watch anyone slip on the golf course, you'll never see anyone do that. Where do they go? Ooh. The shiny grass, lose the friction, goes that way. So all we're doing is we're firing that up. Give this purpose, then you'll find it'll start to do this. My right glute now can activate, it can push under through the pelvis. Now I can get through. I've got some space, so I don't have to give it that one, but also I've then got access. We spoke about being a bit tight in here, so we've got some physical exercises. But I see you as like that rotary guy. Okay. I think that's one of your strengths. So not having something in your swing that's getting in the way. Sometimes we've got mobility, flexibility, we've got issues, so it can't. But most of the time, it's like, oh, I'm here, I'm willing, but tell me what to do. Now you have good one in the way. Give it some purpose. Now you know when people have said about this, If I can't clear, well, how am I going to hit it? It's not heroic to hold angles and miss the ball. Use your coach. Oh, that was a lovely looking swing. You thought about being a model? Got to hit the damn thing, haven't you? Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot of sense, actually.
And can you see all? So I'd imagine you've been playing and it feels like it's stalling out a bit, like I can't commit.
Yes.
And then that starts to drive you nuts. You mentioned on one of the, I'm trying to drive the green, I hit it side. You know, because mentally I'm there. You know, mentally I'm like, you know what? I will die on my shield. I'm going to just go. But then that kicks in the way, and then you have to abort halfway down. This is now, look, you be a part of this. Everything else will be a part of it. Let's go get it.
Got it. Shit. Thank you, Steve.
You see, you just get into that finish. Did that make sense? That I said there's like a double move. So it's like here, and then I'm having to try and get it around. All of a sudden now it looks like if I was throwing something, I'm just throwing it. I'm not having to
Redirect it?
Yes. And look, those shots of
Not having a great smash factor, it's not bad.
you think you've not been feeling great about it. It shows you it's never that far off either.